Okay, so now how do I get access to all these devices within the lab? Okay, as a part of this course, you will also receive a lab guide. How do you access this? So you have a lab access guide. So there is a prerequisite for this particular lab access. Basically, you should have a laptop and or a desktop with internet connection, because all these labs are accessible only via internet. And so you should have some tools like your VNC client in order to access the desktops within the topology, and you should have an SSH client to SSH to all the devices, and you have access to a browser. Preferred is Firefox or Chrome in order to access UI for the vManage or any other tools that are required. Okay, and each individual user will get their own dedicated training pod if you subscribe for that. Otherwise you will receive a shared pod as well. But as a part of this course, we always prefer each individual user to get their own dedicated training pod so that they can learn more and then practice more on their own. Okay, so basically these labs and lab guides are accessible via the LearnEdge platform. Your instructor will provide more details on how to access this particular platform during the course itself. Okay, and then this lab access is provided for the duration of the workshop only. Basically during the course of the online the live session, or if you're attending an on-site workshop, the lab access is limited or available only during that particular session. Basically if it is a 2-day workshop, you will get only for 2-day access to this particular lab. But just in case if you want to practice more, you can reach out to our sales team at sales@learnedge.com and they will help you to get more access. Okay, and network ports might need to be allowed in your corporate firewall for lab access, just in case if you are having an on-site workshop at your location and it is restricted with basically if your corporate is having a corporate firewall, you need to allow all the ports that are mentioned in these two tables here. Okay, you can look at how you can do an SSH to a particular device. So here is the device and here is the IP address. Basically you will receive your pod IP address during your course. Okay, or in case if you are accessing separately, basically if you purchase our labs only self-paced learning course, you will receive your dedicated pod IP, and this is the port number in order to connect to the device, and these are the credentials. Okay, similarly for GUI access, you can see the details here. Okay, and in case if you have any issues, reach out to our support team, support@learnedge.com. So they will try to help you to resolve the issues as early as possible. Okay, but before that, before reaching to the support, we request you to ensure all the above mentioned ports are allowed in your firewall. So be it your corporate firewall or the firewall at your home if you are using one. So make sure you allow all these ports. Okay, and ensure the particular IP address of your pod is reachable from your network or from your laptop. So make sure you allow the communication to that particular pod IP address as well. Okay, so once you get all this lab guide, so you will have access to all these devices here. And by the way, in this particular desktop one, we are also running CA server for this particular course.